Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Because one of our members was unable to attend, so we will start this together first. And today, I will explain about blockchain technology. So, what is blockchain technology? Blockchain is a shared, immutable ledgers for recording transactions, tracking assets, and building trust. Discover why businesses worldwide are adopting it. Blockchain success start here. Now in its third edition, IBM's blockchain for dummies has introduced blockchain to more than six eight 68,000. What's inside? Grasping blockchain fundamentals, how blockchain work, blockchain in action, use case, Hyperledger hosted by Linux Foundation, and 10 steps to your first blockchain application. Blockchain overview. Blockchain definites is a shared immutable ledger that facilitates the process of recording transactions and tracking assets in the business network. As an asset can be tangible, a house, car, cash, and land, or intangible, intellectual property, patents, copyright, branding. Virtually anything of a value can be tracked and traded on a blockchain network, reducing risks and cutting costs for all involved. Why blockchain is important? Business run on information, the faster it's received and the more accurate it is, the better. Blockchain is ideal for delivering that information because it provides immediate, shared, and completely transparent for information stored in an immutable ledger that can be accessed only by permissioned network member, and blockchain network can track orders, payment, account, production, and much more. Because members share a single view of the truth, you can see all details of transaction end to end, giving you greater confidence as well as new efficiencies and opportunities. Benefits of blockchain: operation of waste effort on duplicate record keeping, and third-party validation. Record keeping system can be vulnerable to fraud and cyber attacks. Limited transparency can slow data verification, and with the arrival of IoT, transaction volumes have exploded. All of this slow business drains the bottom line and means we need a better way enter blockchain. How blockchain work? As each transaction occurs, it is as a block of data. This transaction show the movement of an asset that can be tangible, product, or tangible intellectual. The data block can record the information of your choice: who, what, when, where, how much, and even the condition such as the temperature of food shipment. Each block is connected to ones before and after it. This block forms a chain of data as an asset move from place to place or ownership change hand. The blocks confirm the exact time and sequence of transaction, and the blocks link securely together to prevent any block being altered or a block being inserted between two existing blocks. Transactions are blocked together in an irreversible chain. Each additional block strengthens the verification of previous block and hence the entire blockchain. This renders the blockchain temporary evident, delivering the key strength of immutability. This removes the possibility of tampering by a malicious actor and builds a ledger of transaction you and other network member can trust. Blockchain 101 in 5 minutes. Understanding the basic of blockchain technology can be challenging, but our friends at IBM Food Trust, the blockchain network that's building a safer, smarter food supply, make it easier with this short video. Types of blockchain network. There are several ways to build a blockchain network. They can be public, private, permissioned, and build a consortium. Public blockchain network. A public blockchain is one that anyone can join and participate in, such as Bitcoin. Drawbacks might include substantial computational power required, little or no privacy for transaction, and weak security. These are important considerations for enterprise use case of blockchain. Private blockchain network. A private blockchain network, similar to a public blockchain network, is a decentralized peer-to-peer network. However, the organization governs the network, controlling who is allowed to participate, execute a consensus protocol, and maintain the shared ledgers. Depending on the use case, this can significantly boost trust and confidence between participants. A private blockchain can be run behind a corporate firewall and even be hosted on premises. Permissioned blockchain network. Business who set up a private blockchain will generally set up a permissioned blockchain network. It is important to note that public blockchain network can also be permissioned. This places restriction on who is allowed to participate in the network and its certain transactions. Participants need to obtain an invitation or permission to join. Consortium blockchains. Multiple organizations can share the responsibilities of maintaining of blockchain. This pre-selected organization determine who may submit transaction of access the data. A consortium blockchain is ideal for business when all participants need to be permissioned and have a shared responsibility for the blockchain. Blockchain security, risk management system for blockchain networks. When building an enterprise blockchain application, it's important to have a comprehensive security strategy that use cybersecurity frameworks, assurance service, and best practice to reduce risks against attack and fraud. Blockchain for industries. Industries leaders are using IBM blockchain to remove friction, build trust, and unlock new value. IBM blockchain solution. IBM blockchain platform. Technical innovators turn to the IBM blockchain platform, the leading hyperledger fabric platform to build, operate, govern, and grow blockchain solution across any computing environment software had. And the last, blockchain consulting. As the top-ranked blockchain service provider, IBM Blockchain Service has the expertise to help you build powerful solutions based on the best technology. More than 1,600 blockchain experts use Insign from 100 more live network to help you build and grow. So that's all I can say. Thank you. And Aswin, you can continue.
Okay, thank you, Mutia. Today I want to explain about web browser. A web browser is a computer program application for reading pages of the World Wide Web since the late 1990s. Most personal computers and mobile phones and other mobile devices have a browser. Web browsers are used by people to find and look at websites on the internet. The first web browser was created in 1990. 1190. Many different web browsers are available for free. All web browsers can go to websites, but each browser has good things and bad things about it. For example, some browsers focus on data security and keeping computers safe from viruses. Other browsers are made so the web pages appear on the screen faster. Some popular web browsers include Internet Explorer, include Microsoft Windows, Microsoft Edge, a more modernized version of Internet Explorer, included with Windows 10, Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, Opera, Safari. Other browsers are Flock, Epiphany. What was that? Oh, never mind. Web browser and HTML. A web page is one page of a website. Every web page has a web address. A web browser goes to a web page using a web address. It downloads the HTML file stored at that address. Its browser engine then reads and translates the HTML file. The browser will then show the web page on the screen as text, images, and clickable links. Google Chrome. Google Chrome is a freeware web browser made by Google. It builds on parts from the other open source software, including WebKit and Mozilla Firefox. The name comes from the graphical user interface frame or Chrome of web browsers. The open source project behind Google Chrome is known as Chromium. The first version was a beta for Microsoft Windows. Was released on 2 September 2008. OS X and Linux version was released in December 2009. design, security, blacklist. Chrome downloads update of two blacklists, one for phishing and one for malware, and warns user when they try to visit a harmful site. Sandboxing. Each step in Chrome is sandboxed to prevent malware from installing itself or using what happens in one tab to affect what happened in another. Plugins. Plugins such as Adobe Flash Player are typically not standardized and as such cannot be sandboxed like tabs. These often need to run at or above the security level of the browser itself. To reduce exposure to attack, plugins are run into separate processes that communicate with the renderer itself, operating a very low privilege in dedicated per tab processes. Incognito. Chrome includes an incognito mode similar to Safari's private browsing and Internet Explorer 8 in private, which let you browse the website in completely privacy because it doesn't record any of your activity and discard cookies. When enabled for all Windows, nothing that occurs in that Windows is even logged on your computer. Speed. JavaScript. The JavaScript virtual machine was considered a sufficiently important project to be split off like Adobe or Mozilla's Xamarin and handled by a dedicated team in Denmark. As user interface, Chrome have gears, new tab page, omnibox, pop-ups, rendering engine, tabs, standards, web apps, and then Mozilla Firefox. Mozilla Firefox, branded as Firefox Quantum or simply known as Firefox, is a free and open source web browser which is made by the Mozilla Foundation and its subsidiary the Mozilla Corporation. It works on common operating systems such as Windows, Mac OS, Linux, and Android. With Firefox, browsing features can be added or removed, and users can customize Firefox to fit their needs. This is this was done this was done to make Firefox safe and simple to use. On most operating systems, Firefox uses the Gecko layout engine to load web pages, which uses up-to-date web standards. However, Firefox for iOS, which was released in late 2015, does not use Gecko due to Apple's restrictions, which allow third-party web browsers to use the WebKit-based layout engine that built into iOS. Firefox was created in 2002 under the name Phoenix by Mozilla community members who want to standalone browser rather than a bundle of different Mozilla applications. Even it even in its beta phase, Firefox proved to be popular with its testers and was praised for its speed, security, and add-ons compared to Microsoft's then popular Internet Explorer 6. Firefox was released in November 2004 and was highly successful with 60 million downloads within 9 months, marking the first time that Internet Explorer's popularity was being challenged. Firefox is considered the spiritual successor of Netscape Navigator since the Mozilla community was created by Netscape in 1998. Features. Features including tab browsing, spell checking, incremental find, live bookmarking, smart bookmarks, a download manager, private browsing, location-aware browsing, also known as geolocation, based on a Google service, and an integrated search system. Add-ons. Uh, there is an extension, tabs. There is extension and tab, and then tabs. Tabbed browsing is a feature used in the browser where many web pages can be opened in one window with labeled with with label tab on the top to select the web page. To make a new tab empty tab, type Ctrl+T. Searching. There is a search box in Firefox that can be seen in top right corner of the window. And the last one is spell checking. Firefox can use spell checking if a word is typed badly into text box, like the one where someone changed a Wikipedia page. The program will underline the word that is spelled wrong with a red line. If you scroll over the word and right click, Mozilla Firefox will list words which use the right spelling. For example, the wrong word C H C C C H E K C will have check as suggestion. I think that's enough for today. Is there any question? No?
No.
Okay. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.